I guess what you probably care about is this. Did my deadlift PR go up during that 16 weeks? Yes, it did. Did it go up enough for 16 weeks of focused effort?
What's good, B-Sounds? It's your boy, Kit Kenrade. A couple of months ago, I did a thing. I don't know what that thing is, but somebody went, you should try the T-Nation Simple Deadlift Program just so that you can experience my pain. And I thought, I love deadlifts. I love pain. Let's freaking do it. The clue is in the name. It is a simple deadlift program. So you do a 5x5, a 5x3, a 5x1. Reps come down slightly, weight keeps going up. And then eventually you take a week off and you test your 1RM again. Doesn't sound too bad, to be honest. So I tested my 1RM. Unfortunately, I did not get any footage of it, but I did get some footage of me carrying the entire week shopping back from the van in one trip, so hopefully that'll do. I got 170 kilograms, so pretty pleased. You know, that's the PR that I'd done here previously, and it's been a long time since I really focused on deadlift. Not that I can say I've ever really focused on deadlift, but I freaking love deadlifts. It's just freaking, it's manly, isn't it? Just pick up as much as you can pick up, and then you put it down again. I love it. I freaking love it. And I thought, being as how I have access to a whole group of lads and they all want to be stronger, I would put everybody else through it as well. So every Friday we have been doing deads and sleds, which I think is an expert combination. You may know, you may have seen the video where I gush about it if you haven't. Pow! Week one was 5x5 at 70%. Honestly, it didn't feel like it was doing anything. I think that if you're not in the habit of deadlifting, that light practice is probably useful. But if you're not in the habit of deadlifting, I don't know if you should have just tested your 1RM. You know what I mean? Don't do a 5x5 if you've never done the thing before. You know what I'm saying? Like if you've never done deadlifts, don't jump into finding out what your 1RM is and then doing 5x5. Do long sets, do long, crappy, boring sets, just getting used to it. Do 5x12, you know? Do 3x20 even. Get good at doing it. Don't jump in and then do this. So I think that 5x5 by 70, probably a little light to start with. It's setting up a basis for the future. So I get why it's there, but I also felt like it was not exactly a particularly productive session. What do I know? Week two was 5x3 at 75%. Still felt light, no problems. Week three, 5x1 at 80. The last one of those, I thought, oh, there's difficult, you know? And 3 weeks in, to get to your first bit of difficult. But it's not just about reaching difficult if the goal is to lift as much weight as possible, is it? It's about practicing strength. Practicing is done when you are fresh. You know, if you're trying to practice a skill, once your ability to do that skill kind of crumbles under you, you stop practicing because you're not going to get any more good practice. What you're going to do is practice doing it crappily. Practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes permanent. So I get it. I do get it. Week four, we did tire flips. It said you don't have to do anything deadlift related. No deadlifting, but feel free to do accessory movements like good morning, weighted back raises, reverse harbors, or pull throughs in the 10+ range. You know, it's like a deficit deadlift, but explosive and moving forward. I thought it was relevant. I thought it would be fun. We did a ladder of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we did max flips in 60 seconds, 2, maybe 3 times. With the weight of that tire, it was about 20. We all got about 20 reps, which I'm pretty pleased with. There's a bit on the program where it's talking about like, oh, if you don't get your 1RM correct, then it's gonna feel too easy or it's gonna be impossible, and don't change your weights as you're going through, which I completely am on board with. 170 is definitely my 1RM. I've never gotten past that, even though I hit 170, you know, probably a year ago now. Again, it's not something I focus on, but that is as high as I've gone, and it's not for want of trying more weight. So yeah, so far, we've been practicing a skill. It's been going well. Didn't think that week off was necessary, considering that it was only the last rep of the 5x1 that felt like work, you know? So far, it's fun to deadlift. I've been deadlifting. Good. See you, I guess, in a month.
Yo, I've just finished week 8 of this deadlift program and I'm feeling strong as all balls. Like, my main thing of going into this program was like, I don't need this much recovery. I'm gonna eat this up. And so far, I still feel like I don't need this recovery. I'm gonna eat this up. Once I finish this, if it continues like the way that it's going, I'm gonna run it again, but in 8 weeks instead of 16 weeks. I'm just gonna run 2 sessions a week because I love deadlifting. This isn't enough deadlifting, you know? So 5 was 5 at 75, easy. 6 was 5 by 3 at 80, and that was easy. 7 was 5 singles at 85%, which for me was 145 kilo. They moved like it was nothing. Up, powerful, down, slow and controlled. I'm feeling strong as all balls, which, you know, I love. That's kind of what I wanted out of this program. And for that, I rate it. Is the volume there? I don't know, man. But I'm gonna follow the program as designed this time around, and then next time I'm gonna run it in half the time, and I'm loving it. I'm so desperate to try out my 1RM, but I know that that's going to interfere with my results because deadlifts are very taxing. I'm not supposed to be putting as much effort as possible into the deadlift for a 1RM. Am I going to recover from that session enough to run the program as if I hadn't done it? Obviously not. So I'm just trusting the process, which is, you know, kind of the point when you're on a program. I'm not going to do the childish thing that would be just testing my 1RM now, even though I really want to know because I feel strong as all balls. And I've been dieting for the past 2 or 3 weeks and I still feel strong as all balls. So yeah, it's going good. Last session was week 8, so we did good mornings. I feel like I did 60 kilograms in the 10 to 20 range, which is what the program says. And yeah, it was fine. I mean, hard, but good mornings are hard. Everything's hard if you do it correctly, isn't it? So nothing really to report. There's still 3 of us who are exactly on the program as designed. There's one of us who's 1 week behind currently, and everyone else has pretty much fallen off the wagon. In hindsight, it was a bad idea for me to choose Friday to do this session because it's December and there's like Christmas office parties and people want to do Christmas shopping and get together and stuff. It is what it is. I'll tell you how it is as we go in. And yeah, so far, so good. Feel strong, want to deadlift more. Is the program holding me back? See you in another month. Yo, last night was week 11. So in this block, we've done a 4x5. And last time I spoke to you, I know I was like, oh, this is gonna be so easy. It's gonna be I can smash them down. No longer. That 4x5 messed me up, man. It was good. It was really good. It didn't mess me up. Not like I was injured or anything, but I felt it, we'll say. There was definite stimulus, which is kind of like, is it a bit late into this to finally be feeling something happening? And then the 4x3, that one actually messed me up. That one left me sore for like 4 days maybe. I did do that stupid leggy blonde thing. You know, my overall fatigue was high. That was a hard session. That was the first session I had to give up double overhanding. And then last night was 4x1 and they were all difficult reps, but you know, one difficult rep, it's not really that difficult, is it? Just 4 lifts for a whole session. Doesn't seem like that much, especially if you're doing them a week apart. Whatever, I still feel strong as all balls. I feel a bit more crippled, but I do feel like I really want to grip it and rip it. I don't do 1RMs. So this is my first foray into training singles, and I get why people love it because it's difficult for like seconds, you know, and you're like, ooh, I did that, which feels fantastic because you don't have to go through the struggle of the, you know, 10 reps leading up to the shit 3. I think there's a glorious struggle in higher rep sets. I think I still prefer higher rep sets because it's safer, more stimulating. But yeah, if you're gonna do the manliest lift, you might as well do the manliest way of doing it. And I'm not saying it's easy because you only have to do one. I'm definitely not saying that, but I am saying that a little bit. You know what I mean? Everything's great. Looking forward to lifting more weight. So, see you then. program doesn't lie. It says it's a simple deadlift program. It's a simple deadlift program. Here's how it went down for me. It kept getting harder, which was great. And by the end of that 16 weeks, I was feeling strong as all balls for deadlift. That definitely worked. It let me down on the day. It did let me down on the day. So my PR going into this was 170, and then 16 weeks later, 16 weeks of training, I managed a 172.5, which I found disappointing. Now, 2.5 kilograms is a great addition to your deadlift over 16 weeks. If you've already focused on your deadlift before, I've never focused on my deadlift. I really enjoy deadlifting. It's super fun. I'm a proficient deadlifter, but I'd never done anything that would specifically increase my 1RM. My PR of 170 is just through getting stronger generally, and I deadlifted it. You know what I mean? It's been a month since then, and I haven't done a single deadlift, and I literally just now got my 180, which is ace. You know, I was shooting a deadlift tutorial. I was like, well, it's here. Might as well send it, see what happens. And yeah, it went up pretty easy. The timing didn't work out, but did I get better at deadlifts? Yeah, a whole 10 kilo, which I think is freaking ace. 170 to 180, pretty damn impressive. In a minute, I'm going to try and move this 190. We'll see what happens. So the last 4 weeks got increasingly difficult, and I felt that. I didn't ever feel like, oh, this is everything. I felt strong as all balls. I felt like I was being challenged, felt like I was being pushed, but I felt great. And I mean, that's the perfect place to be, right? You're not being crushed down by this training, but it is getting you stronger. It is challenging you. So I say by the end, the percentages, the effort was all great. Loved it. I think you could do more. I think you could definitely do more. Could probably run it twice as fast, and I might do that in the future. Or I might do deadlift Mondays, accessories Fridays for the whole 16 weeks. I think that would give more benefit. But then it never specifically says it's a beginner program. But with a beginner program, you want to chuck as few things as possible at it to make it work. Because if you chuck everything at it, you got nowhere to go. It's like people who start a diet on 1,200 calories and then, you know, it works great for a bit and then they stop losing weight. What else are they going to do, you know? I think if it was called the Simple Beginner Deadlift Program, then I might have nothing to complain about. In fact, I'm about to nail 190 right now. Let's do it and then we'll carry on talking. Nah, my back went. 10 kilo for 16 weeks investment. That's ace. I'm super, super pleased with that. So do I recommend this program? Have you ever done a deadlift program before? No? Yes. This one's wicked. It is simple, it is free, it throws enough at you that you will improve, but not too much at you so that once you've done it, once you stop making gains from doing it, you got somewhere else to go. That is ideal. Is it marketed a bit weird? Yeah, but marketing's like a thing now, you know what I mean? Like, you can't be successful on the internet without good marketing, and I like to think that's why I'm not successful on the internet. You know what I'm saying? The pain. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. No, wait, that's James Hoffman. So thank you so much for watching. If you found this interesting or useful, please drop us a like, drop us a comment, let me know how you get on with this program. And yeah, get them gains. Be well.